Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus one more time, and I got this little message I want to bring to you. So I'm lying upon the couch, wondering what in the world can I do now? 35 to 40 years, running around here in America, utilizing everything that was accessible to me to warn my brothers and sisters in America, in Minnesota, all over the country, and wherever else the word would travel, that there is a God that brings and offered and has prepared for freedom and heaven on earth for every human being. And at the same time, expose the liar who is controlling the earth today, and those who are supporting him by doing nothing. When I say him, I'm talking about a spirit. I'm talking about a way of life. So, to put it mildly so you can understand, this earth, let me say it slowly, this whole earth is like a mother's womb. Once you're in a mother's womb, everything that you need basically to survive is right there in that world, behind her stomach, behind and inside of her womb. Food, clothing, shelter, education, and health care is all wrapped up there in that womb. That's how wonderful this magnificent power God is. Took care of you from a drop of sperm or a little egg or whatever they call that stuff that mingling up together, called an embryo, and all up through that little stage of a dot. If you ever seen a cracked egg, a chicken egg, there's a little spot. The spot look like a little spot of blood. Just that little spot. That little spot represents you. And from the time that you were at that little spot age, no, before that little spot age, that power that you can't see, can't touch, can't feel, took care of you. Even made it possible for your mom and your daddy to come together to get that little spot. And now it's brought you all the way through that process. Then delivered you out of that world into another world, this world. And this world was designed to be just as protective to you as the world that was protective inside of your mom's womb. The only problem is your mom's womb was designed by the power that you can't be, that you can't see, to take care of all of that. But when you come out of there, that power that was responsible for you in there is also responsible for you out here. And that power has made it possible that the same care that you had inside of your mama's womb, you can have it outside your mama's womb. But now you have a responsibility to play. You have choice. You have choice. You can choose the same pattern, the same process that took care of you in your mother's womb. Choose it out here, and you can have heaven right here. Every last one of you, heaven right here. Right now, you don't have heaven. You have hell. And it's not the same hell in all corners. Not in every room. In some rooms, there's more hell going on than in other rooms. But you can bet your last money, as long as hell is burning, it spreads. And though it might be doing havoc in certain rooms, it might seem to be not so bad in your room, it's coming. And if you think I'm lying, ask the United States of America. America was hailed at one time as being the premier country, the latest, the newest, the foundation of a new birth, the one that had all of the gifts and the signs of a power that was outside of man, was the United States of America. But somewhere down that line, America sunk and sunk and sunk. And now it is at its lowest point. You know how it got here? It got here because there were some people here who who had no knowledge of God, who had no thought of God, and what they had heard about God was insufficient. They wanted to be God. That's the only God they could trust in. They came up with a sign, something that they could utilize to trick the rest of the people, called money. Money, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you live for every day. Every last one of you on the face of the earth today live for one thing, money. Those of you who are in the secular community and those of you who are in the religious community, you care more about money or just as much about money as people who don't give a stink about God. But it takes both of you, the people who don't give a stink about God and those of you who care everything about money, to keep this hell going on. Yes, it does. It doesn't matter whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, a white, or a black, a man, or a woman, young or old. It's the same old game. So my message today was to tell you that you are in hell. You created this hell. I know y'all who go to church think that you're not in hell. You think you're serving God. Let me tell you something. If you were serving God, the state would have you dead. They would not permit it. If you were serving God, the state would have you dead. Unless God intervened to save your life, the state would kill you. I don't care if you're Protestant or Catholic. I don't care Sunday school or church service. Whatever you are. If you were serving God, if you were serving the maker of this earth, if you were serving your maker, if you were serving the power you can't see, I guarantee you, whoever runs the world, whether in America, whether in Russia, wherever anybody stood up for righteousness and put their life on the line, they die. And anybody that's serving God, my friends, is definitely, from the moment they recognize the truth, from the moment they wake up from that nightmare, they are serving God, and they are holding themselves up as as the sun in the sky in the daytime, as the moon in the sky at night. They are holding themselves up to be seen by every demon on earth. They are holding themselves up to be seen by every demon on earth, so they can point that demon out to those who have not turned to demons yet. That's what anybody. So just because you go to church don't mean nothing. You're not tricking God. You might tell your significant other that you're in love with them on until you find another brother or another sister. You might tell somebody else a lie, but you're not lying to God. See, the evidence is already set up. The moment you stand up for God, if the world is not ready, they take you out. I mean, that's just like being born. That's just like in the womb. You stay in the womb long enough, and I don't care what's happening. It's gonna come a time that garden that you're in, it's gonna come a time that body that you're in gonna break down and say, oh no, somebody help, because you coming out of there. Ain't nothing you can do about that. When you stand up and become a real child of God in this hell, oh, you coming out of here. Ain't nothing you can do about that. That's already designed. So I'm saying to all you millions of people who go to church, giving your money to them demons standing there in front of you, lying to you, taking your money, as the devil has permitted them to do and taught them to do, and building their mansions and houses and jets and hate and racism, while they're doing all of that. Going to church ain't stopping that. The only thing stops that is a changed mind, a changed heart, a changed hand, a changed mouth, a changed feet. Now what you're saying and what you're talking and what you're walking is altogether different than what it used to be. Now you're not putting up with it. Now you're exposing it. You're putting water on that fire. You're putting it out. And you know what? If you're a child of God, you expect to be killed. You expect for a woman that's pregnant to have a baby. You're looking forward to it. I heard somebody you should be crying rather than celebrating, but we celebrate. But you expect it to happen. So what do you expect to happen in this hell when some child of God is born in the middle of it? Let me tell you something. Every now and then, God has left this. Let me tell you this. All of this is in our hands. This is in our hands, the human race. God has put it in our hands. But we know everything about the devil. We don't know anything about God. And so every now and then, God will put his hand in the form of a miracle around someone or somebody, or maybe even a few, for one purpose: to remind you that there is a God, to remind you that white folks ain't no God, to remind you that black people ain't no God, to remind you that women ain't God, to remind you that men aren't God, that old folks aren't God, that young people aren't God. God is God. He puts that miracle to remind you that you don't have to listen to the devil. You don't have to listen to Congress. You don't have to listen to the state. You don't have to listen to white folks. You don't have to listen to Donald Trump. Donald Trump coming here running for president, all of a sudden the white right church come in and put their hands on him, ordaining him as a representative from God. And I am sure that he is a representative from God. Have you watched him speak? Every time he opens his mouth, he lies. That is a God. That's a demonic God, a deceiver, a killer, a murderer, walking to and fro all over America, trying to see where he can destroy. Now, all of you, what's the day? Thursday. We got tomorrow is Friday. Next day is Saturday. Next day is Sunday. Most of you who go to church gonna get up putting on your little nice dresses and your little nice stockings, your little nice shoes. And for those of you who wear hats, you know the hierarchy of the church. They're the ones that wear the hats. You can tell them they got their big hats, black and white, man. Well, I don't think men. Well, I don't know. That's what they wear. They go get up to go to church. Some of them going in their Benz. Some of them going in their Mercedes. Mercedes-Benz, same thing. Some of you going in your what they call that thing, Volvo. Some of you going in your BMWs. Some of you going in your Caddies. Oh boy, you laid back. Look at how God blessed me. And you passing by people on the street with a sign said help. Military people saying help. People saying homeless help. People saying can't pay my education help. People saying I can't pay my doctor bill help. People saying I can't eat, I ain't got no teeth help. And you riding around going to church serving your God and thanking God that you're not just like them. And God has chosen you, you say, to free him so he can be free, just like God wants him to be free. Not free like you, because you are not free. The man on the corner with a sign begging, he's not free. But he's freer than those of you who are going to church today. Well, that ain't going to get him into heaven. He's going to have to be born again just like you, or she, or them. So the next time, I hope you get some message out of this. But I want you to know that we are all, this earth right now, it's a womb. And all of us are in it. All of us are in it. And all kind of hell is breaking loose in this womb. All kinds of stuff. Oh, that part that God is responsible for is being taken care of. But the part that we, the people, are responsible for, man, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Until next time, I think I'll leave it there. This is Eddie Marcus saying, goodbye.